topic for today is WordCamp and how you can make the most of it. And pretty much, if you look at it, this looks like a silly title to come on a WordCamp. So you are basically editing a WordCamp. You are already in a WordCamp, and you're editing a session that says WordCamp and how you can make the most of it. Well, this might look a little silly, the title, but trust me, once you're here, once you've heard the session, you've been through the session, you'll have a different opinion. So there are this many number of websites powered by WordPress right now. Okay, so let's take a look at this. If we take all the developers and convert them into 100 people, then probably this would be how it will look, how the developers would be there according to the continents, converted into an infographic based on continent. So from this, while taking a look at this, you are here. Guys, see anything? You see that? Anyone? No one? Right, exactly. That is what we are right now. That is you, that is many of us. This is us in this 100 people. We are just this. We are not making an impact. Now let me do a quick survey. So how many of you are here for the first time? Right, okay. And how many of you are here for the second time or more? Okay. So keep your hands up, please. Yeah. So from the people that raised their hands, let me see. How many of you made more people, shook hands with more people, greeted more people than your first WordCamp? How many of you? Please keep your hands up. Thank you. So there are definitely people that have visited. Thank you. So there are definitely people that have met more people. They know more people than their first WordCamp. And for the people who are attending their first WordCamp, this would be the situation next year, or in your next meetup. So, while we were talking about being this, the people who came to the first WordCamp have grown to this. They are now something. People know you. People know that you exist in their community. In the system that you are working on, people know that you exist. At least a few more people than your first WordCamp. So now we'll talk about taking this further. We'll try and be a bigger impact. We'll try and be a bigger dot. So what are WordCamps generally? By the very basic definition, we know WordCamps are a place where we talk about WordPress, where we are here to discuss about WordPress, network people. So basically, what WordCamp is it is a place to make an impact. This is a place to make an impact in your community. WordCamps are the best platforms for making an impact on WordPress ecosystem. WordCamp is the place where you want to be if you are into WordPress. Now, how many of you publish on the web? Will you raise your hands? Okay. So, you guys generally do blogging and articles, that kind of stuff? Right? The people who didn't raise their hands, do you guys have Facebook, Twitter, or any kind of social media account? Do you guys post your images or any status updates over there? We do, right? So you are publishing to the web. You might not be writing articles, you might not be writing blog posts, but you are publishing to the web. And WordCamps are more like that. You're publishing, okay? So it's almost like publishing. When you write a status update on Facebook, you are letting people know what you are thinking of at that moment. Same thing goes with WordCamps. WordCamps are a place to meet, greet, and communicate. So, like we saw from the survey last time, we had people meeting more people on the second WordCamp than the first one. So that is because when you are here, when you talk WordPress in a workplace where everyone is a WordPress enthusiast, you're making new friends. in the ecosystem. So this is a good place to be and talk about WordPress. This is a good place to see and visit people that are making an impact. Like we have people from here, we have Amit, we have Nandu and all. So they are all making an impact. We are meeting new people. Alright? So this is a place to meet, greet, and communicate. This is also a place to be heard, to speak. So what I'm doing right now is I'm standing in the podium and I'm laying out something. I'm trying to communicate. I'm trying to speak, and you guys are hearing it. I'm trying to be heard. But this is not the only thing. This is not the only way that you communicate. This is not the only way that you speak. You don't have to come over here and speak, because if we did that, we'd have 250 plus sessions. So, not that. What we need to do is, we need to speak, we need to be heard, we need to talk to people, talk to different people. Be heard by the people who would want to hear you. So, take a situation like you are on a movie theater, you queuing up, buying your popcorn. You wouldn't go on to the person in front of you and say, hey guy, guess what? WordPress 4.7 has custom post templates for custom post types. And you go to a WordCamp and say, hey, WordPress 4.7 will support custom post templates for custom post types. Where will you get a better response? Right. So you talk about WordPress on a movie theater doesn't make sense, right? You talking about WordPress on WordCamp makes sense because you have people who want to hear you, right? This is publishing as well. So for those who didn't understand this basically says we repair chickens. So this basically doesn't make any sense. You do not repair a chicken. Does this make sense? No. So make sense while you talk. While I say speak, I say speak with some sense. Speak what you know. Right? And also important thing is to listen. While I'm saying you need to speak up, you'll also need to listen. Because while you are trying to grow your platform, while you are trying to grow your presence, there's someone else who's trying to do the same. Right? So you'll have to listen as well. There's a nice quote about being heard and listening. So that's about it, because I don't know who he is, but the statement makes sense, right? Okay. So moving on, you've been heard, you've listened. Now to the next sense, to be seen. Now, when you came to your first WordCamp, you were seen. Many of you didn't know each other, hadn't seen some other people any time in their life. But now, you see people, you are seen. People know that you exist physically, right? You are there. This is the place to be seen. This is the place where you want people to see you. If you're working on the community, if you're working on the ecosystem, this is the place where you'll be seen by like-minded people who are working on something similar that you are working on. This is also a place to share knowledge. WordCamps. Now, when I say knowledge, I mean like what I'm doing right now. I've been most out of the first WordCamp. That is what I'm doing right now. I'm sharing my knowledge on how things happen. This is a place to share knowledge. You've learned something, teach people. Share knowledge, listen to their knowledge, get something new. Because everyone, whoever you might be, have something to say and have something to say. WordCamps are also a place to brag. Why? Because, you see, I came on here, I said, I made the most out of the WordCamp. I didn't tell the full story. Let me tell you a story. Small story. So, basically, when I came to my first ever WordCamp in WordCamp Nepal, I was working as a WordPress developer on some company. I came here, I talked, I met people. I told them, Now, 4 years down the line, I have a company that has 80 to 20 employees, and everyone in our company loves WordPress. We love working together, and we are a happy company now that works only on WordPress. How I made the most out of it? That is what I'm sharing right now. You see a place to share knowledge? That is what I'm doing right now. How I made the most of the WordCamp that I attended. So I met new people. I met people who were important. They took notice. They approached us. We worked together, and now we have a company that runs solely on our code and WordPress. Right? Also giving back to the community. Now when I come back to giving back to the community, I had my session on giving back to the community probably 2 or 3 years back on WordCamp Kathmandu. And that time around, there was something I talked about giving back to the community, and it was more related to helping out directly on WordPress.org, make.wordpress.org. But this one is a little different. I'll take another example. I'll take an example of someone probably most of you know. I'll take an example of Sakil, right? So Sakil's when I first met him, it was on WordPress events. We had little meetups that I attended, and I met him, but I hadn't talked to him until we had a meetup in Prime College. That time around, Sakil had launched a theme. He had launched a theme. I don't know, it was some cat something, and it had like 1 lakh downloads. Free thing, and it had 1 lakh plus downloads. That was something that I heard for the first time. Someone doing it from Nepal. So I went up to him, congratulated him, and we talked. That was about it. But then, while he was making the most out of it, while he was selling themes, he could have avoided it and kept it to himself to selling themes. But he thought of giving back to the community. He came on, he talked about how he made his themes, how he gave back to the community, how he helped build him a theme development company, and how he's making the most out of it. 4 years forward, we have so many companies over here, so many companies working directly on WordPress. We have so many companies making plugins and all, and that thing, that giving back to the community, has definitely helped. Because before that, we rarely had theme developers here. Once he started telling you how theme reviews is done, how you can make a theme, how you can make plugins, that is when everything started getting heated up here in Nepal. So this is something that he did. This is giving back to the community. Now, everyone over here, almost everyone, knows Sakil Shrestha. Next year, they could be knowing you. You could be the point of an example. You could be the main character of the example that I or anyone else would be giving on a presentation. Everyone attending this would know you. Now that is giving back to the community. That is making an impact. Also, like I said before, this is also a place to meet people, and most importantly, meet new people. Like you have people that you meet once in a year in a WordCamp. There are many people as such. You meet them, you meet new people, you make new friends. You make new friends that want to work with you, that are working with you, or that would love to work on the same thing that you are working on. The same thing. Okay. I did all of that. You learned. You spoke. You shared knowledge. You listened. You have been seen. Right? Did all that. Congratulations. Now, what do you have to yourself? While I have been giving you examples of what you have achieved, this is most importantly what you'll have. You'll have a chain network of people. Say this, all the attendees we are here for the first WordCamp Kathmandu. This is all that people, all those people that know you. A chain of people, and the chain being WordPress. You are working on WordPress, you're making a living out of WordPress. Now people working on WordPress know you, right? You have people speaking for you. You come here, you talk, you network, you have listened, you have bragged. Now people know that you're good. People will go ahead and talk about you. They'll say, this guy is good. You're looking for help, or you're looking for doing something new. This is the guy you need to go to, right? Also, now you are an important part of the community. You have contributed to the community. Like you have come here, you attended sessions, you have bragged about it, you talked, shared knowledge, everything. Now you are an important part of this community. People over here want to listen to you. People over here know you. People work on WordPress in Nepal, at least, know you. Now remember the earlier program that we had, where we put down all developers into 100 people and divided them by continents? Now you're this. You've grown up to become a bigger dot. Why? This dot might be nowhere near to the infograph because we cut that down to 100 people. But then, this is definitely bigger than the first slide that you saw. Isn't it? It's definitely making some difference. It's definitely being heard. Right? You're definitely being seen. Now, anything you say will have, even maybe a little, but it will have an impact on you, on your community. It'll let people know that you are someone that needs to be heard. You are someone whose suggestions need to be taken seriously. Right? So, what do we do next? You get out of here, please. And you find a person, you talk to that person, you communicate, you share knowledge. Alright?